Good evening once again, folks. This is Mike coming at you with yet another video on Foundations of Math 2. In the previous video, we talked about more word problems, but taking certain words or statements that are given to us in those types of problems and translating them into mathematical expressions and solving some equations. In this video, this is going to be part 1 of 2. I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction into the rectangular plane or the rectangular coordinate plane, the rectangular coordinate system, and then there will be a separate video for you to watch on the remainder of this section. But as I said, in this short video, I just want to give you a bit of an introduction into the coordinate plane, the rectangular coordinate system, and how we plot points. So, many times in most higher level and even not so higher level math that we do, we have an equation that will relate to quantities. Typically those quantities are x and y, but ultimately they can be any things or any two things that we want. And sometimes it's nice to get a visual representation of what this equation relating x and y actually looks like. And so to do that, we need this thing called the rectangular coordinate system and this thing called the coordinate plane. So here I have drawn in pencil what looks like two lines, one going completely vertical and one going completely horizontal. At the bottom here we have the y-axis, and then here we have the x-axis there. And these two lines meet in the middle at this point here. This point here is called the origin. We specially label that guy. That guy has its own special name there. And then we have some marks dashed out every two blocks here, going to the left and going to the right, and going up and down as well. And we can plot points. These points each contain both an x-coordinate and a y-coordinate. And these points that we'll see as we go later on into this chapter and later on in this course, we'll see that we plot these points because these points make the equation that relate these two quantities, x and y, true. Now, how do we plot these points? Well, you simply find the value on the x-axis here that corresponds to the x-coordinate of your given point, and then you find the value on the y-axis that corresponds to the y-coordinate of your given point, and then you follow where those two lines would intersect, and wherever those two lines would intersect, that is where you're going to put a nice big thick dot. So let's get some practice here with this. Up here at the top, we're going to plot the ordered pairs, starting off with -1, 6. So the first number that's given is always the x-coordinate. The second one is always that's given is always the y-coordinate. So I'm going to go to where x is equal to -1. All right, well here between 0 and -2. And then y has to be +6. So 2, 4, 6, looking on our scale here. And we're just going to draw and plot that big dot there. So you go -1 and then 6. Then we have -5, 2. So now we want x to be -5. So -4, -5 right here. Y is going to be +2. right here, where those two lines would meet, is where we're going to draw our red dot there. And then last one, 3 comma negative 2. Now x is positive 3, so we're going to the right here. And negative 2, right there, where those two lines would intersect. At that red dot there, that is where we're going to plot our point. So this is very basic. Again, for some of you, maybe this is a bit of a review. For some of us, though, perhaps not. Now, you'll notice that I already had some points drawn on here in purple. Let's work the opposite way now. Let's identify what the x and y coordinates of each of these points are, given the fact that they're already plotted. So working with this first one here, how do you identify what the x and y coordinates are? Well, you simply take that point and go directly down with it and see what x value that would hit. That hits exactly between 4 and 6. So I know that the x coordinate of this point is 5. And now to find the y coordinate, go horizontal until it intersects the y-axis. It's going to hit halfway between 6 and 8. So the y-coordinate is 7, and the coordinates, we say, for this point are 5, 7. X-coordinate is 5, y-coordinate is 7. Let's find the coordinates for this point here. Again, to find the x-coordinate, go straight down, halfway between 0 and negative 2, gives us negative 1. Go horizontal and intersect the y-axis, halfway between 0 and 2 for a positive 1. So those are the coordinates for that dot in purple there, negative 1 and positive 1. And then one more here at the bottom. Go up, in this case, till it hits the x-axis, and where it does hit is between 0 and 2, or 1. And then go horizontal to where this hits the y-axis between negative 8 and negative 10, or negative 9. So there we go. We found the coordinates of a given point, and then we also know how to plot points on the coordinate plane if we're given the specific x and y coordinates for those points. So guys, this is all I wanted to sort of introduce you to in this video. There is going to be a separate video that is already created for one of my other classes, and that video is going to be on linear equations and graphing linear equations and talking about things such as slope and other just key concepts related to lines. So that video is going to give you a little more information than perhaps what you need, but hey, a little bit more knowledge has never killed anyone, at least not to my knowledge. Pun. So, watch that video after watching this one here, and then these two videos will give you everything you need to know for section 6.3. Guys, if you have any questions or comments, please be sure to reach out to me, send me emails, texts, postcards, flare gun signals, bat signals up in the sky, whatever you have to do. Until the next video, take it easy, guys.